What's up, LA Live Gang? This is your boy AC, and welcome back to a special breaking news edition of LA Sports Live. You guys see the thumbnail, you see the title. Um, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're in hot pursuit of Lakers backup point guard Rajon Rondo. I repeat, the Cleveland Cavaliers are in hot pursuit of LA Laker point guard Rajon Rondo. Um, the Cleveland Cavaliers are the ones pursuing this trade. We know the Cavaliers have gotten off to a real good start in the Eastern Conference, but they received some devastating news on yesterday. Their backup point guard, Ricky Rubio, who was having a great season. He was having, like, you know, some people were saying six man of the year type season. I don't know, but he was having a good year. But he went down with a devastating knee injury. So they were looking for the Cavaliers are desperately looking for a backup point guard to fill the void of Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio is lost for the season. So the Cavaliers said, "Hey, we need to go out and find a Cavaliers." So they're heavily interested in Rajon Rondo. Um, hey, it is what it is. Rondo wasn't really playing a whole lot with the Lakers. Excuse me. I'm curious to know if Rondo's in favor of this trade. The lure of actually maybe playing a little bit more might be appealing to him. Going to a younger team who's on a rise, it might appeal to him. I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see. I know he was happy to be back in LA. His family's here in LA. So, I mean, to have to make the move to Cleveland, I don't know. He might have mixed emotions about that. So, to answer your question, Bad Boy for Life, the Cavaliers were the one actively pursuing this trade. They need a backup point guard. And if you saw my live stream earlier, the Lakers, once they get another player or two back from COVID protocols, they're going to be kind of log jammed with players. So, in essence, this move is actually doing the Lakers a favor. We don't know yet what we're going to get back in return for Rondo, but the Lakers, from what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, they're not really looking for a player, so to speak. Kind of compensation they would probably be looking for is a draft pick or something like that, because the Lakers going to have to make a decision, like I reported on earlier about Stanley Johnson. For all intents and purposes, it's believed that the Lakers are going to want to hold on to Stanley Johnson, but in order to do that, they need to open up a roster spot. So this move actually turns into perfect timing to move Rondo and to free up open roster spot for Stanley Johnson. Now, um, if you listen to Trevor Lane, Trevor Lane explained it earlier perfectly about why this is a better route for the Lakers to go, trading a player, not necessarily Rondo, but trading a player versus just outright releasing a player, because we know the Lakers are over the Lakers are over the set. Yo, now I don't usually let people in who I don't know. So if you come in here talking crazy, I'm gonna boot you. So we'll see who's gonna come in.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro?
Hey,
What's your
man, it's
name?
freaking Joe here, man. It's freaking the Joe here from the LA area and stuff. But yeah, like regarding the Rondo trade, I mean, oh man, I'm a bit kind of like the man. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, bro. It's just because like the playoff Rondo and stuff's a real deal. Like just because I feel like we need the Rondo for the playoffs, but the problem is it's kind of like I mean, shit. I don't know if it's a good move or not. Like I feel like it's a good move. Like just like because I feel like like we have a lot of guards on the roster too. Like we
Right,
have
right.
like a crap ton of guards. But I mean, man, I just don't know with the Lakers team and stuff. I feel like just Our season has been a complete a shithole and stuff. I'm sorry to like like
Mm.
use profanity and stuff, but like it's a shithole.
It's been pretty. Yeah, it's been pretty bad. I would
Yeah.
agree with you. Like I said before, the Cavaliers are the ones pursuing this trade,
Really?
and
Okay.
the Lakers they were going to have to make a move either way because they
Yeah.
do need to find they need to free up a roster spot for keeping
Jalen
Stanley
Brunson.
down. I mean, that's what everybody's assuming. That's not official, but from the looks of it, that's what they're going to do. They need to keep they want to keep Stanley, so somebody's going to have to go.
Yeah.
And it just so happened. You know how things just kind of happen, man. It just kind of happened at the same time, and things kind of fit because the Rubio injury, just kind of happened out of nowhere. He's
Yeah.
gone for the season, and the Lakers do, happen to have an extra point guard. So, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is. Playoff Rondo, he definitely helped us in the bubble. You know what I'm
Yeah, for
saying? So, I know what you're saying, man. It's kind of mixed emotions,
yeah.
but
Yeah. I mean like oh yeah, for me, my brother and stuff, I wish that we can get like a guy like the Jeremy Grant and stuff. Like I'm hoping it's like possible and stuff though. Like just because I'm not really a fan of Horton Tucker, dog. I'm sorry, man. I'm not really a fan of his game and stuff. It's just like oh man, if you man, if you watch him on the court, man, like that dude's literally like that dude's literally retarded. I'm sorry, but he's
yes.
literally retarded.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for THT because he kind of has a repetitive skill set of other players on the team. So
Sure.
he's still kind of one dimensional, man, and his jumper hasn't fully developed. So this is not the kind of team where we got time to wait and develop players.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's like usually with a team like this, if you have young players, they'll play like they'll play if you can
Sure.
just drop them in. They fit a certain role and they can play it. But THD is still a very young player, man. He's got a lot
He's
to
got
learn,
potential.
and
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah,
man. It might be. It might be. I understand what you're saying, man. It might be best for him to just move on, to another team where he can, not have the pressure
sure. Oh
of
yeah,
like
for sure.
playing with the Lakers, bro. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's a
but I
lot
hate
of
with
pressure, man.
Jeremy Grant, man. That would be.
That'd be an
And
ideal move.
I actually checked the salaries and everything. So Jeremy Grant is a trade that is possible, for the Lakers to pull off, but I think they would have to, get like a third or fourth team involved because I don't think the Lakers have exactly all the assets that the Detroit Pistons would be interested in. But
Yeah,
just
for
just
sure.
for just for money reasons,
Sure.
money wise, THT and Kendrick Nunn that equals about what Grant is making. But
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
of course, Detroit will probably want more than just that. For
yeah. We're
Grant.
good. Oh yeah, we're probably gonna have to trade like the Malik the Monk too in that package. I think I think I think the Pistons are gonna ask for a lot though. Like that's how I see it though. But I mean, for the Lakers and stuff, it's just like like this, like the whole. I mean, this whole year and stuff has been a complete like the just like the downfall and stuff. I mean, it's just like I feel like it's just like the off season like that. Oh my god, the players we stuff like we got in the off season and stuff. They were just like the bad pickups. They were at their like. Like they were at like they're terrible. Like a guy like the DeAndre Jordan, man. Oh man, I wish we kept Marcus Saul though. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry to the Marcus Saul, fans out there, but I wish we kept Marcus Saul though. Like I was a Marcus Saul hater. Though. I'm sorry, bro. He was
Yeah,
slow
me
last year.
too, man. Me too, bro. But he was much more. It's hard to imagine that Marcus Gasol was actually more mobile than
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan, man. It's crazy.
Man, you
But
see DJ in the pick and roll. You see DJ guarding the pick and roll, like the majority of games you watch and stuff. It's like, man, he's a sloth. Like
yeah,
he's a human cigar.
right. The Lakers. I mean, this season, like you said, I agree. It's just been a lot of it's just been bad luck. But I do I do think they did kind of miss on some of the players, man. I mean,
Can't
just some
shit
of the
more.
guys, I don't know, man. It just wasn't the right
Yeah.
decision. Last,
Yeah, I just recently the sub tier like I'm I'm like a new sub from the Banks channel and stuff, and like I really
okay,
like your
cool, cool.
your takes and stuff on it. So, but yeah, I mean, like regarding Ken Shitmore, that dude is
Right.
like I don't know, man. That was a bad pickup for us too.
Well,
Terrible. Like,
man, it's like, man, if you I don't know if you listen to Lakers talk with Kareem, but
oh, I do,
you know,
yeah.
he was
I
saying
like
that
him.
the Lakers a lot of time, man, they have a bad habit of chasing names, and sometimes these chasing names is not always a good thing, man, because in retrospect, what the Lakers probably should have did is, you know, maybe you had to if we had the big three, yeah, you had to bring in some veterans, because we didn't have money to pay
Sure.
anybody, but they probably should have maybe only signed like maybe three or four of them, and then the rest just fill it in with younger players, man. Because you can clearly see, bro. You can clearly see in some of these games, man, that these younger teams are just kind of like running circles around us, man.
Yeah, man. Like, oh man, goddamn, it looks like a track race, man. Like, being low key, like, man, it looks like the sprints and stuff, man. The Lakers are far behind on the sprints, you know. But yeah, I mean the man, I mean, but the Lakers defense, especially from like the one I'm like the watching and stuff, it's just like, I mean, like we have no paint defense, we have no perimeter defense. I don't know what like our like, I mean, our like our like identity is pretty much. I think like just identity is to like outscore teams and play lazy. I mean,
Right,
like shit.
right.
That's how I see it personally. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Okay, but you know what? Look, if you look at yesterday's game, of
Okay.
course, we know that was a real, that was a winnable game, a game the Lakers
Yeah.
could definitely won. I mean, but if you see what happened, Memphis, they only scored 104 points, man. They only scored 104 points. So what I'm trying to say is, I think the Lakers defense is eventually going to get better. We went on the losing streak
Yeah.
because all of our better defensive players went into COVID protocol,
Oh
and
yeah,
then
definitely.
AD got hurt. So all that kind of happened at one time, at the same time, and
Sure.
all that shit happened. I thought we were getting ready to take off, and go on a winning streak, but all that stuff kind of happened at the same time. So it's like it was just kind
Man.
of a perfect storm, man. But you think, man, now you think the Lakers can turn it around, or are you ready to write this season off?
Damn. Oh man, that's a good question, brother. LA Sports Live, but I mean, like, just I'm freaking hoping and freaking praying and stuff that like that we can change the season around and stuff. Like oh man, a guy like me and stuff. I write like I mean, like, shit. I write the New Year's like the resolution and stuff, and my goal is to try to stay more positive and stuff. Just
Yeah,
since I'm always like the harsh on my, like I'm so harsh on myself and stuff like just
right,
because of college and
right.
work. But yeah, man, I'm hoping we can turn it around. But I mean, damn, the only way is to make some like the. I mean, only like to make some moves at the trade deadline. But the problem is us freaking trading like the Westbrook. I think that's very highly like just unlikely though. It's just because what team's gonna take his contract? The guy's at the end of his career. I mean,
Right.
the guy's freaking missing dunks. Like I was like, yo, what's up with Westbrook? Like if you see that sometimes, he's
And
missing
missing
dunks.
and missing layups too.
He's missing layups. He's just like I know freaking Bang called him like the retard Russ. I
Yeah,
remember Bang's statement on it. It was pretty funny. Yeah.
yeah, man. I understand what you're saying, man. I mean, within the last week or two, I've said, oh, they need to fire the coach. Oh, they need to trade Russ. But you know what, man? I think about it. We've seen other teams make rash moves and trade players or fire coaches, man. But let's be honest. How often does that really make? I mean, sometimes it makes a big difference, man. But on this team right here, I don't fire a coach. I don't think it will make a big of a difference. And
Yeah.
Russ, I agree. Moving, I wouldn't be mad if they trade him, but if they don't trade him, I'll live with that too. But
Yeah,
at this point, man, I think they're better off just keeping the dude
really.
and just trying to
Okay.
work things out. Once they get all the players together, just trying to work things out because this is just the dumbass regular season, bro. You know it
Yeah.
matters for playoff seedings. That's it. But once we get in the playoffs,
It's a
if
whole
Russ,
different
I
ball
mean,
game.
yeah, it's a whole different ball game. And if Russ is still doing the same stupid ass stuff, man, Frank Vogel does not care, bro. He will bench him, man.
Yeah, man.
Especially well, not totally bench him, but I'm like in the late game situations, I'm pretty certain that Vogel will, take him out in favor of somebody else. So he won't, be hurting us with all these, dumbass turnovers and
Oh
stuff.
my god. I remember that I remember that oh my god, that like the OKC game, the LA Sports, like the one where he got the first quadruple double in
Yeah,
NBA history with like turnovers. I was just like, bro, this dude is actually throwing this ball like freaking throwing jump passes to the crowd. I don't know what he was doing. That was when like that
yeah,
was when like
that's a
yeah, I
record that
just
you don't. That's a record that you don't want, bro.
No, I don't want I don't want 10 turnovers in the game. I'd rather have like maybe like the two or three in the game, but still like it's like a possession and stuff. Every possession counts in like the sports and stuff. I mean, it's just like man, I'm just hoping and praying like we're set for the playoffs. I feel like I'm in the playoffs and stuff. We're gonna like be more like the half court base and stuff and I feel like man, it's just like the competition in the West is I mean like it's gonna be the Suns and the Warriors right now. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Suns and Warriors.
Yeah. Okay, but we've played both of those teams already this year, and
Yeah.
which team were you more concerned about if we had to face it in the playoffs? Golden State or the Phoenix
Okay.
Suns?
Um well for me it's gonna be the Warriors, especially when the Clay Thompson comes back and they got a lot of shooters, they got a lot of defenders on their squad. And but the Suns, I feel like we can beat the Suns. We just gotta have like a healthy like LeBron and like the AD and stuff. Yeah, just but the Suns this year, I think they got a man. I think the Suns got better from the last year and stuff. They got like a guy like the JaVale McGee. They took our guy and stuff. And oh man, I wish we got JaVale McGee, man. I was so bummed out we didn't get JaVale McGee, like just because he's a free
Yeah,
agent and stuff. So
yeah. I never really understood the reason why we got rid of him. That was never really explained, but we're kind of regretting that now, man. Kind of
yeah,
for sure, but
yeah, man, we're
I think the Lakers can turn around, bro. And I'm probably more worried about Phoenix than Golden State because to me, Golden State they just don't have enough size for the Lakers.
what do you got,
And
Wiseman, right? You
yeah,
got yeah,
that's true. But
but
I
Wiseman,
just
I'm
think
not really scared of Wiseman though. I'm not really
right.
like, yeah, I'm not really scared of Wiseman. Like that guy's like, that guy has no IQ. If you watch him play and stuff, like that guy always like the jumps for everything, and like, and that guy hacks a lot of people too. So like, I'm not really that like to worry about the Warriors, but the Suns. I mean, the Suns look like. I mean, the Suns are nice this year. I'm not gonna lie, the Suns.
Yeah, the Suns have definitely been playing well, and they made a couple additions to the team, but for the most part, man, they pretty much kept their team together from last year, man, and
They got
that,
chemistry.
yeah, the chemistry and the continuity is definitely paying off for them versus us. Basically a whole new damn team, and half the team has been hurt. So,
Yeah, we got unlucky this year, especially. Like, man, we got so unlucky this year too. It's just like a bad year for us too, like freaking last year and stuff. But there's a saying and stuff. Like, with with the Schroeder situation, the freaking man, that dude Schroeder got freaking karma hit him already, man. I'm sorry,
yeah,
but yeah, but
yeah,
he's on the trade block too. LA Sports Live. He's on the trade
yeah,
block too.
yeah. Dennis has been having kind of a rough season. When he came to the Lakers last year, I actually subscribed to his YouTube channel.
I was too.
So I was kind of following him a little bit, and he was sick, and then now he's out on COVID. So it's kind of a rough season, man, for
You know
Dennis.
what I think about Schroeder and stuff? I feel like like the Schroeder's a good player and stuff, but the problem is that like the popularity caught up to him. Like that guy stuck up low key. I'm sorry to Schroeder. Um,
Yeah,
yep, yeah. Like you're not humble and you're not freaking like grateful for shit in life. Right?
yeah, it
Yeah,
was just kind of a bad, and it also was bad timing, bro. He was in the last
yeah,
year of his contract. He's trying to play for a contract. He's in LA. Then we had championship aspirations, so it was just like. Then he came
yeah.
in demanding to start basically, and man, it was
I
just too
never
much,
liked
bro.
that.
Too
I
much.
knew he was cocky at that point. I knew he was very arrogant at that point. I don't like people like that, like in real life and stuff too. Like it's just a
Yeah,
real life. I know what you're saying by that.
same here, bro. So that to me, man, I don't know how you feel about this, but it seems like after we won the championship, the Lakers tried the first year to bring in another point guard to help LeBron out, whatever, whatever, whatever. Even though we won the championship with running point, it didn't work last year with Schroeder. The jury's still out this year with Russ. I'm like, man, I don't see the reason why. I don't see the reason why they decided to make the change, man. It hasn't worked out so far.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, as a Lakers fan and stuff, would you rather have like the Ben Simmons or like the Westbrook? Like for me, like, oh man, I'm taking Westbrook over Simmons. Like just because the like with the Ben Simmons, I feel like the guy's mentally weak and that guy can't shoot really. So like the I'm taking Westbrook over Simmons. I know that's a crazy statement, but I'm taking Westbrook though. Like the
Me personally, I would take Ben Simmons because
oh really?
he's a much younger player, and
Sure.
so whatever weaknesses that that people may feel that he has, I feel that he could get better. But he is real good at one thing. He's good. He's okay in a lot of things, but he's really good at one thing, and that's defense. And right about now, that's something that the Lakers, definitely, could use. And plus, like I said, a younger player to match with AD. Um, me personally, I would take Simmons, and I know something like that would probably never happen, but I guess you could
Yeah.
always dream. But
Yeah.
the most likely thing that I think is probably going to happen, man, is I don't think I don't think none of the big three will get traded. If the Lakers make any trades, it'll be like we've heard so far, more than likely involving THT, Kendrick Nunn, and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, sure. But thank you so much for your time today, man. I do like
Yeah,
appreciate this freaking speaking on your panel and stuff, and also like this. Hey man, like shit, I'm a sub from Banks channel and stuff, and like, hey man, hey, hey man, like, oh man, I support all the this like the small channels and stuff. Yeah, but thank you
yeah.
so much, man. I do appreciate it though,
Hey, thanks for hopping on, bro. You're welcome anytime, man.
for sure, brother. Thank you so
All
much.
right, bro. Later. So yeah, guys. So I haven't got any notifications if the trade is actually done yet, but it's looking more and more like that's what's going to happen with Rondo. So I guess we'll know soon enough what the compensation is going to be for Rondo, and then I think Monday. What? No, what is today? Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So like Sunday, Monday, the Lakers gonna have they're gonna have to make a decision on Stanley Johnson because his 10 days will be up. So wait a minute, no, not yet. So by this weekend, we'll know if they plan on either signing Stanley to another 10-day hardship deal or if they decide to bring him on to the roster permanently. But what it appears is that's going to happen in this deal is that Rondo will be traded and the Lakers will get some kind of compensation, most likely draft picks, and not a player. And and then that will open up a roster spot, and maybe we shouldn't assume. Maybe it might not be. Maybe it might not be Stanley Johnson. It may be Darren Collison. You never know. You never know. So anyhow, guys, I just want to jump on live real quick to bring that news about Rondo. Thanks for everybody jumping in, jumping in the chat, jumping on the on the panel. I appreciate that, guys. And whenever we get more breaking news within the next week or so, we got the trade deadline coming up in February. We have January 15th, so that's 2 weeks. 2 weeks, January 15th, THT will officially be available to be traded. So I'm not saying for sure it's going to happen, but just mark that down on your calendar, man. If the Lakers want to make any kind of, somewhat substantial move, it will involve THT because he has the biggest contract outside of the 360, and that contract will officially be eligible to be traded on January 15th. So we'll see what happens then. Anyway, it's your boy AC LA Sports Live. Thanks, guys, for coming through. I'm out of here. I will wrap with y'all later.